Hello, I'm M.K.Davis. Back in 2010, I made a trip to Ohio. And I went there on a special mission. And that mission was to go and see optical physicist Bruce Maccabee, a renowned astrophysicist for the Navy, I believe, if I got it right, PhD, and often an expert, used as an expert when people are analyzing film and what's on the film. And so I wanted to get his opinion about the Patterson Bigfoot film and the red pit. And I had a copy of the film. So after making the long trip to Ohio, Bruce was very gracious in having me come into his home and give him this demonstration of me actually scanning that film right there in front of him. And Bruce has no dog in the fight when it comes to Bigfoot, and I didn't expect that. I wasn't trying to convince him one way or another. But what I wanted to do was to get his opinion on what was in that red hole, what was in that red pit, because it, depending on what he said, was going to determine the direction I went, if any direction. And if he had said that the red pit was not red, I would have dropped the subject because he is an expert. So let's listen to Bruce.
Regarding the material, red material in the hole.
Yes, I saw M.K.Davis put his film through this film copier here, digitizer, and put the data onto the SD card, a new SD card, stick that into his computer, and bring up a picture from the film that he started from, and it's clear that the hole in the ground, the sand, or it's not really sand, was red. It looked like some reddish fluid had perhaps dried in there. At any rate, it was definitely red.
Okay, I thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate your visit.
Well, thank you, Dr. Maccabee. And these are the images that I scanned that Dr. Maccabee was referring to. In a recent podcast that by Steve Coles, and recently he was on another person's podcast, DDoS, he expounded on how this hole was nothing but some kind of mud, in that I had changed the color of it. So you get to hear Dr. Maccabee, who witnessed me scan it and saw me put it on a brand new, I took out of the package SD card and put it in the computer and show it. He was satisfied that nothing had been done to the image. These were the images as they came off of the film. And so I listened about a couple of minutes of that podcast, and that's about all I could handle. He went on to say about how he had Thinker Thunker, I believe he had said you could take those images and you could unsaturate them and they turn brown into mud. And I don't know why anybody would do that, because that's not how they came off the film. And I hope Dr. Maccabee, could get that straight. Mr. Coles went on to say I had a second massacre theory, the Blue Creek Mountain Massacre theory, which I adamantly deny. I have not had any such theory. He then went on to say that I had circled an image of Bob Gimlin in the tree line of the Patterson film. And I have done no such thing at all. He got it from Leroy Blevins. That's something Leroy Blevins did, not me. And the list goes on. I think in his first podcast, he said that I had hoaxed the fence climber video. The fence climber video is shot in East Texas it was shot somewhere between 2000 and 2004. And I did not know these people. I had not been anywhere around East Texas at that time, and I didn't even acquire the video to look at until 2012. So I couldn't listen anymore, and I hope you understand. This is character assassination, and I hope that Dr. Maccabee can be useful. His testimony can be useful to help you understand that the red hole is just simply a red hole. And I thank you for your time. Here's a shot of Dr. Maccabee and myself, along with the scanner that was used. And when I went home, as soon as I got back home, I promptly had a heart attack. So my whole world changed. And I realized that truth was more important than anything else in life.